Hey guys, it's Bailey. Welcome back to the channel and welcome into a new setting, a new house actually. Andrew and I recently moved, and so that explains the change of background. As with pretty much any move, things are lost. I have half of the things I need to film and some things I don't, like my microphone. So I'm currently either going to use what's on my camera or I'm recording with my phone. We'll see whichever comes out best, but bear with me while I'm still getting things sorted out, including the background. This is very bare bones, but I'm just trying to work with what I got. So in the meantime, I wanted to share this video. It is going to be about some products that have not so great reviews on the sites that they retail on, but I personally really like them. In fact, some of them I like so much I have repurchased multiple times. So let's go ahead and dive in, and all the noise around me reminds me to also tell you that there's a lot of construction going on, so that will hopefully also die down within the coming weeks, but just be aware, I know it's there, I can't do much about it, but we're working with it. So let's dive in. I first want to start with the product that inspired this whole thing. This, I think, maybe I'm making this up, but I want to say this video first popped into my head way back when during a what to buy during the Sephora VIB sale, or maybe it was the haul from that, because I always buy this stuff. It's the Dry Bar Detox for Brunettes Dry Shampoo, and this stuff has the most mixed reviews of any product I've ever seen. Seriously, some people love it, like myself. I literally buy 2 to 3 cans every time I make a purchase because I never want to be without it. I just find it wicks away moisture so effectively. It smells amazing. My hair can go days, in some cases, even post-workout, without needing a wash. And the fact that it has a brunette pigment to it means that it not only doesn't leave a white cast, but it also fills in my part a little bit because I have thin or fine hair. And so any kind of help I can get in the thickness department, I always take. Bottom line is I love this. There are some drawbacks that are going to come with any pigmented dry shampoo, and I think that's where most of the negative reviews come from, but none of that outweighs how much I love this and how much it works for me. So this is really polarizing. A lot of people don't like it because the pigment can occasionally transfer to your fingers, or if you're not careful and you spray this while you have your clothing on, you'll definitely find some of it might fall on your clothes, but I work around it because it is so fantastic. So I knew this had bad reviews just from looking at the product page on Sephora every time I would purchase, but to figure out to find what else is kind of poorly rated, what I did was go to both Sephora and Ulta and kind of sort backwards. I would go to a given category, face, because they don't just display all makeup. I guess that would be a bit much to display, but I would go by category and then I would sort by top rated and then go to the very last page where I would find some products that weren't rated at all because they were so new and some products that had poor ratings. So that is where I found these products to know that they were poorly rated. Next up is the Peter Thomas Roth Acne Clear Invisible Dots. These are blemish treatments. I've talked about these before a few times too. This is actually the second pack that I've purchased because I, again, really like these. It seemed like the mixed reviews were coming from people feeling like they didn't work overnight, and I don't personally think they work overnight either. Like, you don't put it on a blemish and then it's gone the next day, but what I do find it helps is keeping that patch from drying out and getting flaky, scaly, and dry. It keeps it covered and hydrated almost, so that when you peel it away, you're not re-damaging your skin. Sometimes I feel like when it gets that dry, crusty, and you like moisturize and then peel it off again, it just kind of keeps growing and getting bigger and really only makes the whole blemish situation worse. So I find that not only does the treatment in this help them go away faster than like your average blemish treatment would, but it also kind of contains the damage that blemishes can sometimes have, especially if you are a picker like me. The next product I was really surprised by. It's so new, I haven't had a chance to talk about it yet here on the channel. I've been using it a lot, created a couple looks that I plan to share here on a tutorial, and I'm actually wearing it today, but was shocked to see that it was already in the, at the end of the highly rated, or it's a low rated product basically on Sephora. It's the Urban Decay Back Talk palette. They sent this to me a couple weeks ago and I have been loving and using it ever since. I think it's this cool, so the point is there are eyeshadows on one side and then face highlight and blush on the other, and then there is this removable double-sided mirror. I just think this is like an ingenious packaging for travel. You have both eyes and face in one palette. I love the colors in here. You get a good amount of contrast and mixture of textures in the shadows. You have everything from satin to matte, good crease shade, a good, deep chocolate, light cream, and then kind of everything in between, plus those gorgeous berry mauve shades. Same thing with the blush and highlight. You have like good, like a true kind of light frosty highlight shade, and then a matte blush, shimmery blushes. I just thought this really fulfilled the spectrum of everything I would want in both an eye and face palette with an obvious mauve theme. But a lot of the reviews on Sephora was saying people were disappointed. They didn't really say why they were disappointed, like it just didn't live up to their expectations, but I guess I didn't really have expectations, but I thought it was pretty good. I think the quality of the shadows is nice. Bare and Curve, the two lightest champagne-y shades over here, are a little less pigmented than I might want, but I have a ton of other champagne shades, and so to the extent that these are a little less pigmented, really does not ruin this whole palette for me. So am I the only one here? I really like this palette. Let me know what you think if you've had a chance to try it, or if it's on your list of things to try, or if the reviews just totally killed it for you. Let me know in the comments, because I really like it. The next product, I actually forgot how much I loved until I saw how poorly it was rated on Ulta's website. It's Becca's, I think it's called the One Brush. I'll put the right name either annotated here in the description box below. But it's this guy, it's this long, it's just weird long brush, but the point behind it is that you can use it for pretty much everything on your face. You can apply your foundation with it. You can use this kind of narrow end up here for concealer, really get in there, pat, or kind of buff and blend. You can use it for contour, a little bit of blush, a little bit of highlight. Like, it's such an odd shape, but it truly is tailored to applying everything because it is long, but it's also kind of dense and fluffy. So you get both buffing action, but also more precise blending actions too. I really, really liked this. It sheds a little bit like the negative reviews say, but nothing that would stop me from using it. In fact, what did stop me from using it was just that there were new brushes coming in, like new brushes launching. I would try those, hop around, just trying new things, and kind of like what happens with a lot of products. So I didn't stop using it for lack of loving it. It was just trying new things, and it was only until I saw how much people didn't like it that I remembered how much I did. So there you go. The final product is another relatively new one, and it is one that is lost to the move currently. I looked everywhere for it. I thought I kept it at the top of the piles because it was relatively new, so I still wanted to kind of integrate it in with my videos and just my everyday makeup routine. Cannot find it anywhere, as usual, but I will show a picture of it right here. It is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glow Nude Highlighter Palette. There are two kind of shade collections that came out. I think people are giving it poor reviews because it's not as pigmented as they want, and I will say it's not like I'm wearing my Holy Grail Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizer today, and it's blinding. I really like it. It's not this level of blinding highlight, but I thought those palettes were pretty buildable. I also love that you get a mixture of shades. If you know me, you know I'm a big fan of highlight mixing, kind of putting a color along the tops of my cheekbones, then kind of accenting with a color or a different shade every which way. I like blending and using different shades of highlighter, and I love that there's finally a highlighter palette available in the drugstore that lets you do that. Yeah, it's not the most blinding highlighter out there, but I think it's layerable. I think you can get a natural dewy highlight. I think you can build it up to get a more intense highlight. And it's not like there are glittery chunks in the shades to where, I mean, it's like a really beautiful finely milled highlight to where, I mean, it's like a really beautiful finely milled highlight. So I thought they were pretty good, especially, for the price tag in the drugstore and the fact that you get 4 highlighters in one palette. I liked them, other people didn't, but that's, it's my opinion. That's what it's all about. So let me know down in the comments below if there are any of these products out here for you, whether they are these that I mentioned, or if there are other products that you've seen people kind of hate on, you don't get it, you're like, they're my favorites, I don't understand why they don't work for you. That's just how makeup goes, that doesn't mean you're using it wrong, doesn't mean I'm using it right. That's just the makeup world. Let me know about those products down in the comments below, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I will catch you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.